The way that you walk, oh, the way that you walk.
So today we're going to be breaking down a conversation I had, looking very suave and dapper in my suit in Mexico City. So anyway, today we're going to be talking about a conversation I had. Again, trying to normalize this stuff. This isn't about being weird pickup artists. It's about going through your everyday life, looking dapper, right? Looking not like I look now. I was looking quite dapper. We always say it's better to look better than worse, because if you're wearing a suit, for example, if you want to look more casual, more formal, you can take off the jacket. And then if you want to look more formal again, you can roll up the sleeves. You know, it's better to start better dressed than not so. But the conversation I had, we're going to analyse a couple of key points from it. So watch the clip, and then we'll debrief after.
BOT ahí.
Me viste.
Yeah. Oh, quiero practicar. Ahí, Linda, y quiero decir hola. ¿De dónde eres? ¿Venezuela? ¿No Colombia? ¿México? Pero eres demasiado alta.
No, alta.
Sí, normalmente en México las personas más del
Más bajitas, pequeñas.
¿Hablas inglés? No, nada.
Sí, pero justo te estoy ayudando a practicar español.
Quiero,
Pero te entiendo.
Es frustrating porque entiendo mucho, más o menos solamente. Si una persona hablas, pero para mí hablo es más difícil. Y
No te preocupes.
estaba
Soy-
en Brasil para mucho tiempo
No
y
te
es
preocupes.
complicado para la lengua portugués y español.
No te preocupes. Soy buena entendiendo cuando tratan de hablar español.
I don't believe you can speak English. I think you're just pretending. You don't know how to hit.
No, yeah.
See?
Yeah, I really
En
speak
serio?
English, yeah. But
Did you go to college in like the US or something like this?
en español, hablar en español. Es un
Um,
esfuerzo. Try.
Estu
Que si estudié inglés en el colegio.
estaba estudiando en Estados Unidos o otro país.
No, en realidad trabajo para una empresa de México
Ajá.
que opera en Estados Unidos también.
¿Qué tipo de trabajo?
Relaciones públicas.
PR.
Yes.
Oh no, you're the one making up all the stories, all these celebrity stories, the celebrity gossip, the drama, the rumor, and this is like your life as well. I bet your dating life is like this, just drama, high-end mess. ¿Sí? ¿Cuántos años tienes?
¿De cuántos me veo?
Pienso que...
No, te otro
No,
tacones,
es
ya.
posible con las botas. Es
Yo no traigo
posible.
tacones.
23.
24.
¿Y qué piensas para mí?
¿Qué pienso de qué?
Mi años.
¿Tu edad?
Y sí, edad.
31.
Más o menos. Más o menos.
¿Cuántos?
48.
No.
Sí.
Mentira.
Tengo plastic surgery muy bueno.
No,
No, es verdad.
No.
¿Y originalmente de dónde eres? ¿Ciudad de México o otra ciudad?
Otro estado, Hidalgo, pero vivo aquí.
¿Pero Guadalajara o otra?
No.
Monterrey?
Hidalgo.
Hidalgo, no sé. It's very
Es-
small,
Yes.
sleepy place. So you came to the big bad party.
Está a 2 horas de aquí.
Okay. ¿Y tienes familia aquí también?
Sí, también. Aquí y en Hidalgo.
Ajá. ¿Y cuántos hijos tienes?
Yo, hijos.
Sí.
No, ninguno.
Ah, thank God. Ah, Dios mío.
No. No. Cero.
¿Tienes WhatsApp? Es-
No,
¿por qué?
no.
¿Por qué? ¿Tienes un novio?
No, tampoco.
Vamos para una bebida otra vez.
Otro día, porque ahorita me tengo que mover, pero ¿trabajas aquí en México? ¿O estás de paso?
No, estoy aquí para una semana para... I travel full time.
Ay, súper.
Sí, I have online business.
Ujú.
And I stay here for 1 week. And then Argentina afterwards.
¿Cuándo te vas?
Argentina. 18th, 18.
Ok.
Next Tuesday.
Ah, súper.
¿Tienes Instagram?
Sí, obvio.
¿No te gusta WhatsApp? Nada.
Sí, claro.
Oh.
WhatsApp, Instagram.
When I asked you, you have WhatsApp, you went, no. Ah,
Instagram,
confusing.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp es mejor. Y mi nombre en español es Jaime
James.
Bond.
Okay.
Just James. No, sí, 007.
Okay.
It's James, see? No, in
Yeah.
Colombia. Sí, hay un futbolista, James Rodriguez James.
Yes.
Lovely to meet you.
Bye.
Have fun.
See you.
So first point I want to talk about, first key point is just that balancing between being flirty and being nice. And that's kind of the waves of the conversation we teach. There's that balance between really being playful and teasy, isn't there? Just having fun. And also then knowing when that becomes a little bit try hard and actually you can just kind of bed down and also get to know her.
We like to liken it to a heart rate monitor. Nice and comfortable. And then when you feel it's getting a little bit too boring, then you can spice it up with a little bit of humor, tease her a little bit, take the piss out of the situation, and then bed it down again, and then really connect with her. And then every single good conversation that you have with a girl basically consists of those two elements: being playful and then connecting, and then being playful and then connecting. And it just keeps her guessing. It takes her through that roller coaster of emotions where she thinks to herself, if I go on a date with this guy, not only is it going to be emotionally stimulating, but I'll also be able to connect with her on a deeper level. Whereas if it's too playful, then she thinks this guy's a bit of a clown. If it's too boring, then she thinks this will just be a really boring date to go on. So you want both of those elements when you're talking to a girl.
The analogy I heard before is that kind of fishing rod or a fish on the fishing line. If you pull too hard, so if it's too kind of try hard, you know, the line breaks, the fish swims off, and if it's not any tension at all, then obviously the fish swims off, right? You let go too far. So it's that balance. Just keeping that in mind that the logical conversations we typically have man to man, just for women are not emotionally engaging. They're very emotional creatures, right? It's all about the context and the vibe you're bringing. And this is where we talk about self-amusement. If you've got a self-amusing, playful, fun vibe that you're putting across, that's what she actually feels. It's not the words themselves. But the reason we say to guys, go out and self-amuse and be playful and say things that you find funny is that's going to trigger you a certain energy within you, which then transmits to her. So that's the kind of the nuts and bolts of how it works. The way to practice this in practical terms is go out and practice being playful, cracking jokes with everyone the whole time, because typically most guys we work with are very cerebral, they're in their heads, they're overthinking stuff, they're worrying about the future or moaning about the past. They're not living in the present. It's very hard to flirt if you're not in the present, be playful. So practice living in the present, practice bantering with everyone you come across, try and get a laugh or a smile or some sort of, go in and have fun with the conversation, right? These boring conversations we have with people are very boring. Right, so it's just being consciously aware of it and flipping into that.
For sure. Well, we always talk about the social currency, which is good emotion. If you're someone who can actually bring good emotions to conversation, you're someone who's very far and few between. And when people experience that, they just think, wow, this guy is so...
It's just charisma, the ability to just be in a fun, playful, engaging state.
Exactly, it's very value offering as well, right?
Yeah.
It's like likening it to a cup. My cup runneth over means I'm very satisfied.
Oh, right.
If you liken that to a social situation, it means you're very happy, you're giving out value to the world. And that's essentially where you want to be coming from. You want to be giving out value because you're in a very good place. You're very happy, giving out good emotions, and other people want that, right? You don't want to be that energy drain where you spend time with someone and after spending time with that person, you just feel a bit drained, and it means that they're sucking your energy.
And actually, what we teach, if you come and join me and Les in Latin America at any stage, you'll see we teach a lot of night game, and the night game formula is really go out,
just have fun. Don't worry about
have
trying
fun,
to get something from other people.
Have fun, and you almost position yourself as kind of, I don't know what I'm using, kind of the solar system as an analogy, but you're kind of the sun burning in the middle of the galaxy, putting out the fucking heat and the energy that everyone's drawing in like a moth with the flame, right?
Well, it's interesting when you go out without the intention to actually pull or get with girls, then you're much more likely to actually pull or get with girls. Because when you go out with the intention, I have to get laid, I have to get numbers, then you're going out from a very, you're pressuring yourself, you're going out you need that external outcome, your neediness. You have a sense of neediness when you go out. Instead of just going out and going, I'm going to have a good time with the boys, and naturally you just stand there in the corner making jokes, pouring agua diente down people's throats for no apparent reason, and then people are just drawn to that really, really positive energy, which is essentially what we need to apply to daily life. Obviously not running down the street with agua diente.
To summarise this very practically, if you can fall in love with the process of being fun and falling in love with the process of actually flirting, you're going to get very far with this stuff. So that's showcased throughout this conversation. You can see I'm dipping between being playful and then getting to know her, being playful and getting to know her. The second point is, look at a girl's actions, not her words. So there was a really weird point here, which is interesting, because my Spanish is actually okay. You may not believe it when you're hearing me speak, but I can actually understand most of what gets said. It's not up to the level of the cameraman's, who's obviously a native, or Les's, but it's enough to get by. And her English in the conversation was actually very good. It was fluent. So it was weird because I asked for WhatsApp and she was like, no. And I was just like, this is really weird, because her actions were, she's standing in front of me, she's clearly engaged, she's clearly attracted to me, what's going on? What I did is, I didn't kind of lose my shit and throw my toys out the pram, I just kind of like maintained my frame, like kind of just chill, just chatted more, and then reframed to be like, oh, so maybe we should grab a drink another time. She was like, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, take my number.
Yeah, I can't do it now, but later, and I was like, Instagram, WhatsApp, and then, I don't know, it was
Maybe
really
she
odd.
thought, you know what often happens is that they think that you say, let's go and have a drink right now. They hear, let's go have a drink now. They're like, no, I'm busy. And then you say at a later stage, and they're like, yeah, of course.
Maybe that's
When I'm
what
not busy,
maybe
right?
that's what she heard, but what was actually said was, do you have WhatsApp? And she spazzed out to me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Really
I see
interesting.
what you're saying.
Anyway, so the point is, look, her actions, not words. If you open with a compliment, or you're flirting with the girl and she knows why you're there, because again, subtext and context are everything to a woman, and she reads between the lines, she's interested, right? And that's the beauty, I've always thought, of doing direct cold approach. It takes balls, but it's a beautiful thing, because if the girl is there and you're having a frame on those, or conversation on that tone, she knows exactly what's up, right? Even if she might be a bit shy or introverted or not giving you much, if she's standing there, her actions, women never lie. If you look at her women's actions, they're actually, we had this conversation the other day, didn't we? But it's so easy to actually see what's happening. All you've got to do is look at her actions. Is she still standing there having a conversation with you after you've given her a compliment? She's interested. Is she not replying to your text? She's not interested, right? And guys will be like, oh, you know, maybe she lost my text. Maybe she lost it. Yeah, because you lose text off the phone. Right?
That always happens though. If the girl doesn't reply after an hour, it's like, oh, she's probably busy, like during a work meeting. 2 hours later, no, she must be having supper. 3 hours later, she's probably having a conversation with someone.
She's actually.
And then a week later, you're like, all right, it's time to
she's on all fours, you know, getting done behind the bike shed.
All right, well, I wasn't going. I was, yeah. Anyways, she will let you know whether she likes you or not. Look at her actions, not her words. And that's the beauty with cold approach. Something to add to what you were saying as well, though, is that we get to have this conversation hundreds, if not thousands of times, and we know exactly what we're doing when we see that cute girl and we want to go and speak with her. She doesn't, right? She's literally in her own world, thinking about her job, and some guy comes up to her and he's like, hey, what's up? You know, it's quite a shock to her reality. So it's expected that sometimes she might just be taken aback and she's just standing there accepting what you're doing. And a lot of guys, what they'll think is, oh, she's not keen, she's not interested, because she isn't just asking me loads of questions and laughing at my jokes. And it's your job as a guy to really own that frame, what you were saying. Lead the frame in terms of keeping your emotional calmness, injecting fun, injecting humor, being very empathetic to the situation, and making it easy for her as well, right? Being the proactive leader in the situation and making it very easy for her so she can just be reactive and fall into your frame. And then oftentimes after a minute or two, she just becomes a lot warmer, she starts investing in the conversation. But if you're not there, if you're not able to lead it, then you're not going to get to that point where she can fall into your frame.
The way that you are, all the way that you are.